What can you do to prepare when you have clients that present with disturbing emotions in coaching sessions? Well, in this episode, I'm going to give you one tool that just helps you feel prepared to be able to track logically the set of intense thoughts, emotions, etc. that clients have in their presentations. Okay. So I don't know whether you've ever seen this book. This is a book by Marion Franklin, The Heart of Laser-Focused Coaching. If you don't have it, do yourself a favour and buy it right now. I'm not being paid to promote this. It's just a book I've read that I found really inspiring. And I really love that we have women in our sector who really lead our movement, really lead our profession. Marion seems to be one of those women, and it's kind of a bit awesome, really. So there are free tools to download on my site. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to give me any email addresses or anything like that. You just take what you want. But please do like and comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel because it kind of helps me to stay motivated to keep doing this. I do find it fun. Today, the free download is this problem development tool, which I'm going to introduce in this episode. So remember that Carl gave me a job statement at the end of the first session. He said, I want to be gentle with myself and others. Yes, love that. I want to like myself more. I want to feel like I'm not out of control when I'm angry anymore. And I want to feel more flexible in my relationships and more open to other people's points of view. Beautiful. And so that's really the contract that I have, that I work on with Carl to help him achieve that. So the core competencies from the International Coaching Federation that I want to focus on here are creating awareness, in particular, helping clients to see the different interrelating factors inside them and potentially outside of them, and any disparities in their internal dynamics. And the way that I do that in terms of prepping is using this tool. This is from cognitive behavioural coaching theory, and it's mapping the internal dynamics of the client. You can see it offers a way to be able to track the thoughts and beliefs of the client, the emotions of the client, what's happening in their body, what's happening in behaviours. And ultimately you can also add environment if you wish to. And so this really helps with this creating awareness ICF core competency, because you've got this way of being able to keep returning to this idea of what's happening inside the client in these areas. And I find that really helpful. Now, over the period that I coached Carl, we were able to track his internal dynamics in this way. You know, in the first session, as you know, he said it's everyone else's fault, and then he moved to this position, it's my responsibility. Beautiful. But also that already existed inside him. He was behaving in a way he didn't like about himself, being defensive about it while secretly thinking, this is my fault. And then later on, you'll see that he has a set of emotions: panic, anger, guilt, and shame. And all of that has an impact on his body. My working theory is that he's got a broken fight or flight system, and we can see that in his behaviours: angry words, ghosting, silence, and withdrawal. Now, the other thing that creating awareness asks us to be good at is being able to identify dissonance in the client, disparities in the client's thinking or feeling or behaviour. And so with Carl, we already see that. It's everyone else's fault, it's mine. This creates a war zone inside him. And then later on, we're going to see that in his emotions, panic and fear conflicts with anger and resentment, conflicts with guilt and shame. And all of this creates this too much adrenaline to be happy, and then behaviours that he doesn't like. And what's great about this tool is that, you know, you can download it and use it as a mapping tool that's written, and you can give it to the client so the client can guide you, which I do when I use this tool, and I use it a lot. But also, even if you don't do that, at least having this map in your mind actually really helps you to be able to focus on designing action and developing the solutions with the client, and keeping your own coaching practice on track even as emotions get really intense. And so in the next section, I'm going to look at the next episode, I'm going to look at the origin story, and I'm going to talk to you about how do you coach the origin story without dropping into therapy or counselling. See you on the other side.